Go to the cloud. All right. Now we're recording. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. All right. So I'll back up just a second and welcome to this special class, Quarantine and Allergy Edition. We're beginning the class. We've already had the class running. We're just coming back. So just go on mute again, please. Thank you. So Jal Niti, we're doing Jal Niti, and we're doing this because of allergies. What's happening with allergies is pollen or dust or whatever it is that you're allergic to gets into your nostrils. The nostrils are designed to filter out all sorts of nonsense. So there's nasal hair, there's mucus, all of this because the breath then immediately goes into the sinuses where it's going to be warmed up by the time it gets to the back of the throat. Then it gets into the lungs. So the problem with allergies is your nostrils are holding on to a lot of allergens, and then they might get inflamed. Because they're inflamed, your nostrils are then closed. Your sinuses probably also get inflamed and stop warming up the breath, which is why you might have to do this to warm up your breath sometimes. So a lot of this is happening because, again, allergies. What we're doing with Jal Niti is removing all those allergens that are stuck in the nostrils, which allows your body to relax and your inflammation to recede, and then all is well, and your nostrils can live happily ever after. So that's what we're trying to do. You get these at the Costco. Just to recap, distilled water, which is lukewarm, so just body warmth, sachet of salt, and this little packet with this little bottle that you get at the Costco, because it's got plastic, it's better than gravity assist for most people. If you're doing this with the Indian Neti part, you can do it, but you have to remember to drain your nostrils completely. Okay, when we do this, make sure you're bending forward. Here's the process. I'll fill this up and then I'll be bending forward, turning the head to one side, and on the higher nostril, so whichever side I'm turning the head, other nostril, I'm going to be inserting the end of this plastic bottle and pouring water into the top nostril and letting the water drain out of the bottom nostril. Your mouth is open. You're breathing from the mouth. Do not breathe from your nose, obviously, because then you're going to take the water in. Our objective is not to get the water into the sinuses. That's not our project. We're simply trying to get in and out. And it's very important you do this the right way. Also, if you have cold, if your sinuses are inflamed, or if you have any trouble with neti pot, don't do this. Don't do this when your sinuses are inflamed, because then you're going to make it worse. So find that window when your sinuses are all right. So those were the disclaimers. I'll lay this out and I'll run this process for you. Avert your eyes, children, if you're not used to seeing people drain things out of their nostrils. Okay, this is a sachet. This is actually designed for this bottle because it's measured the right way. This has salt in it. All I'm going to do is pour the salt into this, then fill it up with water all the way to there's a line at the top. I'm just filling it up to the top with water. Okay. Now to recap, what I'm doing, no, of course you're going to shake this. What I'm doing is I'll be bending forward. I'll be bending forward, tilting my head to one side. The higher nostril, I'm going to press the bottle into the higher nostril, the water goes through the top nostril and then turns around and comes out of the bottom nostril. You're breathing in from your mouth. So before you begin, you're going to start breathing Darth Vader style and doing this with your mouth. For just this brief moment, a yoga teacher will tell you to breathe from your mouth. So let's do this. Breathing from the mouth. Now, you're going to drain your sinuses, blow your nose. None of this water should get into your sinuses. That's very important. So just blow just blow all the skunk out. Now we got one nostril. We'll switch over to the other side and let's see what the other nostril is doing. Same thing, bending forward, tilting now to the other side, and then breathing from the mouth, Darth Vader style. And now again. None of this should go into your nostrils. Some might come to the back of your throat if you're doing it infrequently, but you'll get used to not doing it. That's Jalneti. Any questions or comments, please unmute yourself and ask me the question. Otherwise, we will move to breath cleansing practices. Another tip, when you're traveling, or if you don't have access to the salt water or anything at that time, you also get from the same Costco bottle these. This is really good. This is saline. This is saline water, but available in this sort of party pack where it actually shoots. It comes out. You can't see it over here, but it sprays out a jet of salty water, which is great for your nostrils. So when I'm traveling, this, by the way, TSA won't let you carry this in your carry-on. So you get little smaller packets. You take a smaller bottle, and if you don't have access to clean water for your nostrils, then this is good enough because all it's doing is shooting in saline water into the nostril, and you can still blow your nose after that, and it's good to go. It's not as good as Jalneti, but hey, what are you going to do when you're traveling? This is also very good. And you get these separately as well. You get these from NeilMed as well as a couple of other companies, I think, do the same thing, and quite useful. All right. Now we've done the Jalneti. Now we're going to do the breath cleansing. How we breathe is, of course, quite complicated and, of course, very simple because we're used to breathing. We're breathing up through the nostrils. The breath goes through the sinuses to the back of the throat, goes down the back of the throat into the lungs. The lungs are being inflamed and inflated and deflated through the diaphragm, which is connected here and all the way down to the base of the belly, to your base of your spine. So the belly is involved in the breathing. You may not be aware of it, but you're actually breathing with the belly as well as your chest. Most people breathe into the chest, but because they're not aware of it. But yogic breathing involves breathing into the belly, and I'll show you all of that. It's useful to imagine 4 balloons, one large balloon in the belly, as my butt belly shows you, one large balloon in the chest, of course there are 2, but one large balloon in the chest, and 2 small tiny balloons in the shoulders. Those are the 3 components of your breath: belly, chest, and shoulders. And we're going to be breathing separately into them. But first, we want to bring our internals into balance. So I'm going to show you breath cleansing that Baba Haridas taught at Mount Madonna Center out in Santa Cruz. And I've been practicing this for over a decade and a half, I think. Quite easy to do. It takes about 5 to 7 minutes to do on your own. And but of course, because I'm giving instructions, it might take longer. So we'll begin with Anulom Vilom, alternate nostril breathing. Then we'll do Kapalbhati. Then we will do Agnisar Kriya. And then Ashwini, which is we're going to be tightening and loosening a muscle at the base of the or asana of the seat. But stepwise, we're beginning with the nostrils. We're going to be breathing into alternate nostrils. This has this has an impact on your innards as well. So in the yogic system, there are channels, nadis, that are passing through the body, and then they are connected through, finally, they're at coming to the nostrils. And so Ida in Pingala, Pingala is red, Ida is cooling, and so cooling and heating is how we know it in the yoga system. But in modern language, you might call it the parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. These are autonomous nervous systems, which are autonomous because you're not consciously controlling them, and they work within the body for digestion, for making your heart race, for a whole bunch of internal activity. Think of them as brakes and accelerators for your body. Braking is cooling, accelerator is heating, and that's the way to think about it. So when we do alternate nostril breathing, we're bringing both these channels into balance. Otherwise, you're probably braking too hard or accelerating too hard, and you might feel that as sleepy. You might feel sleepy or completely your digestion is weak. You're sleepy. You're just not doing anything. That's one sensation. The other opposite end of that is your mind is racing. You're just running out, and you're just outbound. And you want to be in the middle, because then you can control which way you're going and how fast you're going and when you want to brake. So what you're doing with alternate nostril breathing is really you're bringing both channels into balance. We're beginning with that, and then we'll go to other practices. So follow along. Fold the first two fingers into this mudra. That's wide enough for a wide enough Indian nose, which is two fingers, and we'll be alternating. Now, you're not trying to press the side of your nostril in. That's not our objective. We're simply going to press it gently and close this nostril. Breathe in from one nostril, switch sides, breathe out from the other, and then breathe in from the other, come back. So up, down, but alternating. The cycle is complete when you exhale from the first nostril. You're going to do this with your right hand. So the right nostril will be closed first with your thumb, and you're breathing in from the left nostril. Now sit up straight. Exhale completely. Gently close the right nostril and inhale. Switch sides. Gently close the left nostril and exhale from your right nostril. Inhale into the right nostril. Switch sides, close the right nostril and exhale from the left. Inhale into the left. By now you know the drill, alternating. Now we're not trying to push the breath out, just simply, gently inhaling and exhaling. Gently. Go ahead and finish the last round out. Now the way I experience this is the equivalent of telling the guards to stand down. Now imagine you have a guard sitting with with a spear in their hand, and they've closed the gate. They've closed the door, no one can enter. All you're telling the guards is, hey, it's all right, it's all right, it's all right. You can let people pass through. So the inflammation in your nostrils, if you do it gently, is going to relax a little. And that allows your nose to open up. That's been my experience. I haven't read this in a book or not from my yoga class, but that's how I experience it. You're letting the nostrils de-inflame and just calm down. Okay, now we've done part 1 of 4. Part 2 is Kapalbhati. Kapal is skull and Bhati is shining, just the way my skull is shining. That's what you're going to get, hopefully with your head of hair. Now what we're going to do is imagining a fountain that pops out of the top of the head right here. And it's vertically going from a pipe here. So the belly is going to bellow. We're only interested in exhaling, 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 exhaling with the intention of shooting up a fountain from the top of the head over here. That's what we're going to do to the beat of 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. A good test of the speed is when I tell you to stop, you're going to not feel like breathing in and out for a few moments. Then you're not out of breath, and that's a good pace. If you do it too fast, you'll be out of breath. What's the point of that? Now, what we're doing is this is Kapalbhati. It cleans out, of course, the lungs of any material that's stuck inside, but it also brings blood circulation and a glow to your head, hence the name. All right, so sitting up straight, very important that you sit up straight for this. And if you're following along at home and if you've never done this with me or anybody else, you might want to put your hand on the belly and a hand on the chest. Why? Because the chest hand is not doing any work. The belly hand is doing all the work, and you'll be exhaling sharply like this. All right? And we're doing this to a count of 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, now exhale. Inhale to about 3/4 of chest capacity. Not up to here, we're not breathing to the chest, 3/4 of chest capacity. And then we'll begin. And stop. Just relax. When you feel like breathing in and out gently. You can close your eyes for a moment. We'll do it one more time, and this time try to notice the difference in your experience, the quality of your experience when you open your eyes again. You should hear my voice a little more lucid, clearly. You should see things a lot more clearly from before and after. Try it out. See how it works for you. All right, so sitting up straight, keeping the back straight. We'll do it one more time, a count of 60. Exhale. Inhale to about 3/4 of the chest. And begin to exhale sharply, and only exhale. Don't worry about the inhale. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Stop. Just stop. You don't need to clap. I was just making a sound. Just relax. And before you open your eyes, prepare yourself to see a little differently and see if your experience changes. Inhale fully and deeply and relax. Next up is Agni Sav Kriya. Agni is fire, and fire is digestive fire in your belly. And so if you've given feedback to people that they need more fire in the belly, of course they need a better digestive system, but also that they need energy to go around their work. So this energy is really important as you go around your daily life. And what we're going to do next is reset the digestive system and let more blood circulation into the belly. We're going to do that. You have to be really careful and follow my instructions completely. I'll be creating a cavity by breathing out completely. So remember, we're not breathing out in or out at this point. For this practice, there is no breathing in and out. Everything has been breathed out. There is no breath in the lungs. You've pulled the diaphragm in, and you're going to pull the belly up to the back wall and let go. So here, I'll give you an example. Hopefully my shirt is tight enough. So So I'll be putting my hands on the knees, leaning forward. I'll exhale out, pull the belly in. So that's sort of how you do it. I hope you've been able to, I can't tell from my monitor if you could see my fat belly move. If not, you just kind of have to imagine it. Here's what we're doing. We're creating space in the belly, pulling the belly up, the diaphragm all the way up to the back wall, to the spinal column, and then letting go, but not breathing in. Pulling in, letting go. So we're pumping in, letting go. Pump, 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 and then letting go. And then at the end, the final one, pull up and slowly let go. Don't let go suddenly because you're going to start breathing in and then all sorts of stuff will happen. So once again, Agnisar Kriya, fire in the belly. We're going to be pulling up the belly and then we'll pump a few times. If your mileage may vary, you might just get one pump and that's all right. You might get 10, 20. No one's bragging here. You can do as many as you like, but pace yourself. All right, let's practice. Hands on the knees, lean forward a little. That creates a little more cavity. Exhale every bit of breath out. Pull the belly in and pump, flap a few more times. All right, count it as many times as you like. I'll do the number I'm used to. Breathing in fully first, leaning forward, forcibly exhaling all the breath out. This is the time when in the class usually people don't have any idea what I've done because I'm wearing a loose shirt and I have to do the Baba Ramdev business of putting the shirt up and showing people my belly, but you're not going to make me do it. So, so you're just going to have to imagine it. All right? That was part.
Gauravji, one question. Sorry.
Yes. Yes.
When you're doing that breathing, like,
yes.
Is it on exhale? Like, is it on empty stomach, or are you doing
it
no
on breath? In the third one, Agnisar, no breathing. There is no breathing whatsoever going on. So all of this is happening with all the breath exhaled out and no breathing in or out. At this point, there's nothing. You're only going to breathe at the end, which is why I said pull up and slowly release, because you're going to want to breathe because you haven't been breathing, but you don't want to let all the breath in suddenly and then the system goes haywire. So I'll show you again. Breathing in first, because you want all the breath in, let everything relax, and then lean forward, exhale, and push the breath out. Now pull the belly up and flap. And relax.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for clarifying. All right, the fourth one is the trickiest instruction to give because unfortunately, you're not going to get me or anybody else to refer to you. But there is a muscle at the base. So if you've done Lama's classes, then you know what I'm talking about. But between the genitals and the excretory organs, in the floor at the base of your seat, there is a muscle that you can tighten and release. It's called Ashwini Mudra, Ashwini Kriya. What we're doing is we're tightening and releasing the muscle at the bottom, right here at the base of the spine, between the genitals and the excretory organs. And we're going to do this while holding the breath, preferably, but if you can't hold your breath, it's all right. And we'll do this to a count of maybe 10 to begin with, but you can go up as well if you like. I like to do this with the breath held in because this is one of the three bandhas, but this isn't Kriya. We're going to be tightening and releasing. All right. That's all the instructions you're going to get from me. I remember from when I did my yoga teacher training, and this was taught. Everyone said, "Okay, all right, go ahead and tighten it and everyone did it. There was a silence for 1 minute in the class, and then later somebody raised their hand and said, okay, I didn't understand what it is. And so that was a funny moment in the class. So unfortunately, that's all the instructions. So now sit up straight, breathing in. You can hold your breath in at this point. Now tighten and release. Tighten, release, tighten, release. And then finally tighten and release and let go and exhale.
Gauravji, Krishna here.
Krishna.
Yeah, namaste. So those are called perineum muscles, like,
Yes.
yeah, maybe
perineum right here, yes.
Yeah, so they can identify, like, with that word, and maybe like they can Google and later find it. What is the perineum muscle? So that gives. Yeah, I just want to add that. Yeah,
thank you for that. So they're in the perineum, and you'll know what those muscles are because everyone knows the experience of that. All right, so we've done 4 things just to recap. We've done the Anulom Vilom, which is alternate nostril. Then we did Kapalbhati, then we did Agnisar, and then we did Ashwini Vata, right? Those are the 4. And by this time, you have reset your system from the tip of your nostrils all the way to the base of the spine. Everything's been reset. And you can do this cleansing in 5 to 7 minutes every morning. And what it's doing is it's telling your body that it's okay to breathe properly. Your lungs are free of gunk, your nostrils are open, your belly is refired up, and your heart has been stabilized. So the perineal muscles, the muscles in the perineum that Krishnaji talked about, those muscles, if you hold it tight and release it, it's connected to the vagus nerve because the digestive system. The vagus nerve is this nerve that goes through the digestive system and loops all the way around the head. When you tighten that muscle, the interesting thing that happens is it tells your heart to calm down. How do I know this? There's a documentary on how to cheat. Don't know. I can't tell you why I know this. How to cheat lie detector systems. And you can beat a lie detector system by learning to do this, which is tightening your muscles at the bottom and releasing. It has an effect of telling your heart to calm down. So it resets your heart as well. So we've done this daily cleansing, and we've done the neti. Now I'm going to teach you yogic breathing. We're going to breathe first in the belly, then to the belly and chest, then belly, chest, and shoulders, stepwise. We'll begin with just the belly. Now here's, if you are doing this for the first time, place your hand, one on the chest, one on the belly. Keep your back straight, your back, neck, and head in a straight line. You can close your eyes, there's nothing to see here. And now as you exhale, pull the belly in. As you inhale, let the belly go and just breathe into the belly. Imagining a balloon in the belly and only filling the belly balloon. Sectional, just make sure you're breathing into the belly balloon. You can see if you want to, my chest is not moving. Chest hand is just minding his own business. Only the belly first. Now, for greater excitement, fill the belly in first. Now fill in the chest after that. You had double the space, didn't you? Exhale normally. Exhale from the belly as well by pulling the belly in. Then fill in the belly first, remember. Fill the belly balloon, then the chest balloon. And then exhale. Exhaling normally, naturally. At the end of the exhale, pull the belly in, then let the belly go. Belly, chest, and now pull the shoulders back. Exhaling naturally. At the end of the exhale, pull the belly in, and then let the belly go and naturally follow your belly. As you let the belly go, breathe into the belly first. Then the chest, then the shoulders. Pull your shoulders back. Exhale. Now try to slow your breath down. Everything is all right. Slow your breath down. Inhaling into the belly, chest, shoulders. And exhale slowly. Just relax as you exhale. At the end of the exhale, pull the belly in. Let the cycle repeat. Eyes are gently closed. Just relax. As you exhale, just feel yourself letting go. Use one of the many voices in your head to tell you to let go. Check your posture. Back, neck, and head in a straight line. Belly is free to move. Now you've built up a gentle rhythm, slow and extended. Now, for extra credit, you could do the Darth Vader breathing, which is you're going to swallow a little bit of spit and follow the spit all the way down and right below the Adam's apple, but above your chest, there's a muscle right below the Adam's apple. We're going to, as the spit passes through, you'll feel that muscle release and tighten. Tighten that muscle below the Adam's apple, right here in the chest. Now, you're breathing in and you're making a hissing sound like this. That's right. You're making an irritating airplane type sound as you're inhaling and exhaling. Do that. That'll slow your breath down a little bit more, but still breathing into the belly, chest, and shoulders. Now, swallow a little bit of spit. Follow that spit all the way down and right below your Adam's apple in your chest. That muscle needs to be kept tight. You're not making the sound from your voice box. The sound is coming because air is being constricted. Let's practice. It's just the sound of air escaping, but being held back by this constriction. Couple more breaths. One more breath. And now let go. Just relax. Just relax. Just relax. Breathing naturally. Now rub your palms together to generate some heat. And gently cup your eyeballs to transfer that heat. And then blinking, open your eyes and pull your palms back like an open book. Your pupils are dilated when you relaxed. So when you open your eyes after doing some relaxation like this, you're going to get a lot of light into your eyes. So just warming up the eyes and just giving them, as you blink, giving them some warning so your pupils can come back to their normal size. All right, so this is the first part, the special part. So just to recap, we've done Jalneti, we've done the 4 cleansing breath, and we've done yogic breathing, ending up with Brahmari. Any questions or comments, please let me know. Otherwise, we'll move to postures. What is the time? We got another 40 minutes of class to go, so we can do a few postures. Any questions or comments? Now would be a good time. Otherwise, we will move to asanas. All right, great. No questions. Thank you. Let me pull the camera back a little. I'm going to be standing up. Now take your time to stand up. Now this is important. Don't just stand up. Just take your time to stand up because, again, blood circulation. Just open out your body. Just open out the body. We're going to warm up. Yes, comment online? No comment. All right. All right, so we're going to open out the body first before we do any asanas or folds. So right now, just give yourself some space. Just loosen up your body. All right, if you come to the Livermore yoga class, you know Kamleji loves doing this. We're going to do this, which is make fists with your hand, and we're going to be thumb inside. We're going to be throwing our arms up and forward. This is the end of the war. You're laying down, you're throwing away all your arms basically. So hands up, and as you breathe in, push your hands up and then forward. So your hands away as you don't need them. And stop. Next up, we'll be bringing the knees up and touching the elbows to the knees, alternate sides. So we're going to be doing this. Try not to bend and reach out, try to bring your knees up. That's the important part. Let's do it. Hands up, knees out, elbows out, and okay, you know who you are, it's alternate sides. Every day in the class, there's someone who's doing the same side. Just no, it's alternate, other side, opposite side. And relax, just relax. Next up, deep squats. We're going to be doing 20. Deep squats, this is very important. Spread your feet and let your toes point at an angle away. Otherwise, your hip joint is going to get a little more extra action than it needs to. So, feet are about shoulder width, a little more than shoulder width apart. We're going to be crossing the arms on our chest, gently tugging at the eardrobes. We're not trying to pull the ears out, just gently tugging. And now we're going to be doing deep squats to the count of 20. Try not to bend forward, just squat in the same plane. There's a lag on the video, which means that I can see my video on the screen. And when I squat, the guy on the screen is standing up, and vice versa. Wait, who's been counting? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and one more. And stop. All right, bend your knees, place your palms on the knees, and we're going to blow a giant birthday candle. So, birthday cake. So, breathe in. One more time. More candles. And relax. Come back up and relax. Just relax. Stand with your feet apart. Pull your shoulders back. Keep your back straight. Let the arms dangle by the side. Close your eyes and relax. Body's woken up. We're woken up. Now we're going to look for signs of the heartbeat. You can do that by letting your attention cycle around the body somewhere, and you'll feel your heartbeat. When you find that sign, pay attention to it and tell it to relax. Just relax. Just relax. Breathing into the belly. Just relax. And relax. Now, ready for postures. We're going to do sun salutations, but super slowly. We're going to be holding the postures in the sun salutation. So just come to the front of the mat. Leave about 1 foot of distance from the edge of the mat to your feet. Breathing in and out. Bring your palms together at the heart center. Stay right here. Just begin. Feet are touching or almost touching, whatever's comfortable. Now the first posture, we're going to throw our arms up and back and arch the back, looking behind us, and squeeze the hips to hold yourself into place. We're going to be holding the posture, but not holding the breath. So make sure you're continuing to breathe. If you're overdoing the posture, you won't be able to breathe. If you're doing it just right, you'll be able to breathe, but it won't be that free because, again, this is a hard posture to hold. But you must persist and make sure you're breathing in and out. Now exhale. As you inhale, throw your arms up and back, arch your back, squeeze your hips, hold yourself into place. 3 breaths, 2 breaths, 1 breath. Slowly straighten yourself out. Let your arms go up, up, up. And from the base of the back, we're going to bend forward and go all the way down here. Knees are locked. Knees are locked. Your hips are loose. Your belly is relaxed. Your arms are dangling. And your arms in dangling, I have chimpanzee hands, so my hands can touch the floor. You don't need to. You can cross your arms. It's all right. Relax your neck. Your chin tucks into the chest. Relax your belly. Breathe in and out easily. Knees are locked. Those are the only instructions. Knees are locked. Now relax, and every time you exhale, try to go a little deeper into this posture, paying attention to the muscle at the back of your thigh, between your knees and your hips. Just tell that muscle to relax and extend. Come on, relax and extend. Relax and extend. Right now bend your knees, drop your palms on the side, take your right foot all the way back. all the way back, all as far back as you can go. Drop your right knee, bring your hips close to the mat, arch your back, and look up. Feel the stretch on the inside of one thigh and the outside of the other. Your knee, right knee is on the mat. And now you're breathing into the right side of your belly. Horse rider, Ashwasanchalan. Breathing in on one side of your belly, feeling that stretch. Now, and I was looking up, of course. Now we're going to take the left foot back, making a slightly sloping plank. Now you're looking at a spot about 2 feet in front. Slightly sloping plank. The body is a straight line. Now try not to use your belly to hold you up. Use your lower back muscles to hold you up. Your belly can completely relax. Staring at a spot about 2 feet in front. Hold this posture. I hear Michelle Obama can hold this posture for 3 minutes. Report back your time. But for now, just hold the posture for a few more breaths, continuing to breathe. Continue to breathe for 3 breaths, 2 breaths. The end is near, 1 breath. Now drop your knees, move your hips back and go all the way back. Keep your hands where they are. Go all the way back into child pose. Just relax. This is like those furniture liquidation stores. Everything must go. Everything must go. Just let go. If you're not able to relax in this posture because your head hasn't reached the floor, you can make a tower with 1 fist or 2 fists and place your forehead on the tower. It's all right. Just relax. All right, enough relaxation. Push your palms out again where they were. And now we're going to slide the torso forward. Place the head in front of the palms. Chest behind the palms, obviously. Knees on the mat, toes on the mat. However, the hips are pointing up into the heavens. So it's like an animal is pouncing or a tiger is about to pounce. So you're going to slide forward and very close to the mat and place your chin in front of the palms on the mat. And this guy, okay, you can still see me, right? All right, chin on the mat, palms on the mat, knees on the mat, toes on the mat. The hips are pointing up into the heavens. And now your back is flexed in the opposite direction of your usual slouch. Let gravity pull you down. Continue to breathe in. Your belly is free to move, so you can breathe very comfortably into the belly. That's the beauty of this posture. It's good for your spinal flex, and you can breathe easily. Gravity does all the hard work. 2 more breaths. Now press into the floor with your palms to come up. Upward facing dog. Who's a good dog? Upward facing dog. Now try to bring your hips as close to the mat as possible. So you're getting a full flex. Upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Continue to breathe. Continue to expect a treat, but you're not going to get it. All right, 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Now we're going to take our hips off the mat. The palms and the toes remain there where they were. We're going to go into downward dog or Parvatasana. Let's recap what our stance is. Now your heels are now in full foot contact. Your heels are in contact with the foot, so foot is in full contact. However, if you're the type who's like this, where your heels are not able to come to the mat, you have to walk your toes forward 1 step or 2 steps. That's the important part. So make sure your feet are in full contact. Knees are locked. Knees are locked, knees are not loose at all. Hips are pointing up into the heavens. Snow-clad mountaintops. And now your back is straight, your shoulders are pressing down, your head is in line with your back. Your elbows are locked and your palms are on the mat. If you got so far, now press your shoulders down, bring your head as close to the mat as you can. And you'll notice as you press your shoulders down, the back of your thighs are feeling the stretch, which is great. That's what we want. Now continue to breathe into the belly. Breathing into the belly. 2 breaths. 1 breath. Now drop your knees to the mat, shift your hips back, and move back into the child's pose. Just relax. Just relax. Now stretch your palms out, back where they were. We're going to bring the left foot forward. Place it between the palms. And now we're on the opposite side. This is a British horse rider with the left foot forward. Feel the stretch on the other side. Did I do it wrong? I think I did it wrong. You're going to be American horse rider. That's right. Right foot forward. Right foot forward, not the left one. I apologize. And now you're breathing into the left side of your belly. Horse rider, the back is arched, looking up. 2 more breaths. Just relax into the posture. 1 more breath. Now we're going to drag the left foot forward. Coming back into the posture and knees are locked. Breathing in and out gently. Now coming out, this is the most worrisome part for our sun salutations, which is that people come out of this posture and hurt their back. So we're going to avoid getting hurt by now bending the knees, shift your hips down. Bend your knees, shift your hips down, and then roll up. And let the arms come down. Relax. Spread your feet and relax. In fact, let's sit down and relax. Welcome to the beach. You're sitting down as if you're at the beach. Legs are open, palms are on the mat, fingers are pointing away. Elbows are locked. You can drag your elbows close to your torso, and now you can lean back on your elbows. Just relax. Just relax. Any questions or comments so far? We'll move to sitting posture. All right. Now, bring your feet together, sitting up. Bring your feet together. Interlock your fingers behind the toes. Keep your back straight and bring the feet into the perineum, closer to the torso. Now, shift from side to side. Make sure you found your balance. Now we're going to try to move the knees up and down gently, very gently. Do not hurt yourself. Gently moving the knees up and down. Fluttering like a butterfly. Slowly but first, getting the full range of motion. Speed is not as important as range of motion here. You can pick up speed. Call me when you get to hummingbird speed. Just relax. Slow down, slow down. And now slowing down, try to bring your knees as close to the mat as possible. Sitting up straight. Let go. Now push your feet out just a little. Interlock your fingers behind the toes again. Keep your back straight and breathe in. We're going to be bending forward and trying to smell our feet now. So keeping the back straight, bending from the base of the back and simply bending forward. Go all the way down, as far down as you can possibly go without being without smelling your feet, basically. Feel the stretch on the inside of your thighs. Even though you're bending forward, you're going to feel a stretch on the inside of your thighs. Press your palms on the mat, place your palms on the mat and press yourself to come up into sitting. Push your legs away and come back to the beach. Just relax. Just relax. Just relax. Next up, Paschimottanasana. So bring your legs together, feet together, sitting up straight. Place your palms on the side and sit up straight. This is Dandasana. Dand is staff. Dand is also punishment. And this feels like punishment just in a few seconds. So sitting up straight, palms by the side. Now stretch your arms up. And as you exhale, gently reach out and grab whatever it is that you can grab. Anything past the knees is okay. Now, the only requirement here is that your knees are locked. Don't let your knees flex. Just as you exhale, go a little bit more. Our motto is push but do not break. Listen to your body. Be very careful. Don't hurt yourself. But as you exhale every time, test where the edge is. Now place your palms on the mat and walk your palms back. Walk your palms back. Walk your palms back. Palms are now, fingers are facing towards your feet. Right? Now walk your palms behind you. Straighten out your elbow and straighten out your torso. You're making a slightly sloping plank. Swing your head and let your head look behind you. Slightly sloping plank. Now upside. You're now sloping with your head looking behind you. Hold yourself into place again with the using your hips, squeezing your hips to hold yourself into place. Relax your belly. Hold this posture. And slowly bring your hips down. Come back to the beach and relax. Relax. How are we doing with down? Okay. We're almost done. We're going to move to deep relaxation. I want to do a couple of postures while lying down, and then we'll move into deep relaxation. All right. Let's lie down. Lying down like a dead body. Shavasana, corpse pose. Lying down. Legs are open. Palms are open by the side. Palms facing up. Fingers are naturally curled. Moving the head from one side to another. Just relax. Now keep your arms spread out a little. Bring your legs together. And bring your knees up. Both your knees up. Feet on the mat. Knees are up. And the knees are now going to travel together to the left side and the right side. And let's do this a few times. Take both the knees together to the left side and then together to the right side. The rest of your torso right now is not doing anything. Just get used to this movement. We're trying to twist and extend our spine. Now, take both the knees together to the left side and take them all the way down to the mat if possible. Look over your right shoulder. So the knees are down on the left side and you're looking over the right shoulder. Now breathe into the belly. As you breathe into the belly, experience a twisting and squeezing motion. Just like somebody's trying to wring water out of a wet towel. Come back to the center. Now take your knees together to the right side. Look over your left shoulders. Breathe into the belly, experiencing the twisting and squeezing sensation. Now come back to the center. Spread your legs out and relax. Now we're going to be raising only one knee up. Left knee up, left foot on the mat. Cross the right leg, right foot over. So your legs are crossed. You have a little hole between the legs. If you can't follow my instructions, just watch my video. I'm going to weave the right hand between the legs, left hand on the other side. Raise the knee, interlock the fingers behind the knee, behind the left knee, and now pull the left knee into the chest. The torso is not moving. The head, neck, and shoulders, nothing is moving. They're all on the mat, completely relaxed. All you're doing is pulling the left knee into the chest. The right entire leg is being pulled along. And that's what you're looking at. You should hold this pose. You can do this at home as many times as you like. It's a really relaxing posture. And it extends that muscle that connects the knees to the lower back. So just relax a bit. You have to hold it for a certain duration to feel that sense of relaxation. Let your fingers go. Open out your right leg. Open out your left. Just relax. Switching sides. Raise the right knee up. Cross the left leg over. Interlock your fingers behind the right knee this time and pull the right knee into the chest. Slowly, persistently, keep pulling the right knee into the chest. Continue to breathe. Continue to breathe. Take slow, long breaths. It's all right. Just relax. Now let your fingers go. Straighten out your legs. Relax. We're about to get into deep relaxation. Before that, we're going to just make sure our back is stretched completely. So bring your knees into the chest and hug your knees. Hug your knees as if you've never seen them, which is probably true. And now roll from one side to another. We're gently massaging the back. Gently massaging the back. Rolling from one side to another. Now interlock your fingers behind the knees and rock up and down. Rocking up and down and massaging the back. And slowly let go and get ready for deep relaxation. If you need your warm blanket or throw, you can put that on yourself. You can turn off your lights in the room. For the next 12 to 15 minutes, we'll be going into deep relaxation. Lying down. Lying down on the back in Shavasana, corpse pose. Legs are open, toes are pointing away. Arms are open, palms are facing up. Fingers are naturally curled. Move your head from one side to another, finding a place where the neck holds no tension. Squeeze hips and let go. At this point, no muscle needs to hold any tension. Now breathe into the belly. Let the belly volcano rise and then let go. Breathing into the belly, let the belly rise. And as you let go, just melt into the mat. Breathing into the belly and melting into the mat as you exhale. We're going to move into deep relaxation, but holding on to our attention. This is very important. Let your eyes sink into the sockets. Relax the expression on your face. Breathing into the belly, let the belly rise. As you exhale, just melt into the mat. Begin to let go of everything. As you exhale, just let go. We're going to cycle our attention from the tips of our toes all the way to the top of the head, slowly letting go of any tension that might be concealed in that body part and moving. Once you've moved on from a body part, just try not to let go, come back to it. Just let go. Pay no attention to anything from that point on. Beginning from the toes, working our way to the top of the head. Bring your attention to your toes. Wriggle your toes. Relax your toes. Relax the soles of the feet. Move your ankles around. Relax the top of the feet. Relax your ankles. Relax your calves. And now tighten the kneecaps. Tighten, 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 and let go. Tighten the kneecaps and let go. Tighten the kneecaps and let go. Relax your knees. Relax your thighs. At the next inhale, squeeze your hips and let the squeeze travel up the spine as you inhale and then let go. One more time, squeeze your hips and let the squeeze travel up your spine as you inhale and let go. Relax your hips. Relax your pelvic area. Relax the entire lower part of the body. Relax. Bring your attention below the belly button, about 2 fingers below, 1 finger inside the body. We're going to make the ah sound 3 times, akara. First time we try to echolocate. We try to locate the center of the sound somewhere below the belly button. The next 2 times we're going to radiate out with this sound, letting everything the vibration passes through, letting it relax. Bring your attention below the belly button, 2 fingers below, 1 finger inside. We're going to chant the ah sound. Exhale completely. Take a deep breath. Inhale. 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 The lower part of the body is completely relaxed. Bring your attention to your abdomen. Let the internal organs in the belly fall down to the earth. Relax your belly. Relax your lower back. Relax your middle back. Relax your upper back. Relax your shoulders. Bring your attention to your fingers. Wriggle your fingers. Relax your fingers. Relax the back of the hands. Relax your palms. Relax your wrists. Relax the forearms. Relax your elbows. Relax your upper arms. Relax your shoulders. Relax your chest. Relax the entire middle part of the body. Relax the entire middle part of the body. Bring your attention to the center of the chest. We're going to chant the oo sound, ukara, 3 times, locating first the center of the sound and then radiating out from the center, letting everything relax that this sound and vibration pass through. Ukara, 3 times. Exhale completely. Take a deep breath. Inhale. 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 The lower part of the body is completely relaxed. The middle part of the body is completely relaxed. Bring your attention to the neck. Relax the neck. Relax the back of the head. Relax your chin. Relax your lower jaw. Let the tongue become heavy and fall into the mouth. Relax your tongue. Relax your upper jaw. Relax your lips. Relax your nose. Relax your cheeks. Relax the ears. Relax the crown of the head. Relax your forehead. Let the eyes fall into their sockets. Relax your eyes. Relax the entire upper part of the body. Relax the entire upper part of the body. Bring your attention with the eyes still closed, above your eyes, inside your forehead, about 1 to 2 fingers inside the skull. We're going to chant the sound, makara, 3 times, locating first the center and then radiating out with this sound. Try to make this sound penetrate your skull and radiate outside your skull. Makara, 3 times. Exhale completely. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Inhale. Louder this time. Inhale. The upper part of the body is completely relaxed. The middle part of the body is completely relaxed. The lower part of the body is completely relaxed. The entire body is completely relaxed. Bring your attention to the tip of the nose. Bring your attention and keep it at the tip of the nose. Keep your attention to the inhaling and the exhaling breath at the tip of the nose. As you inhale, observe the cool, dry breath. As you exhale, observe the warm, moist breath. Inhaling, cool and dry. Exhaling, warm and moist. Keep the attention at the tip of the nose. Becoming aware of your mind space, vast, infinite in all directions. Keeping the awareness at the tip of the nose. Let thoughts come, let thoughts go. Don't invite the thoughts. Don't engage the thoughts. Don't propel the thoughts. Don't repel the thoughts. Don't do any business with the thoughts. Simply observe the breathing in and out at the tip of the nose. Becoming aware of the vast, infinite expanse of mind space in all directions. Clear, luminous and warm, infinite in all directions. Like clouds on a bright sunny day, blown away by the breath. Thoughts come and go of their own accord. When you remember, come back to the tip of the nose, observing an infinitely clear, lucid mind space. Your attention at the tip of the nose, feeling completely relaxed with an infinite mind space. Enjoy this deep state of relaxation. Deeply relaxed, holding on to our attention. at the tip of the nose. Enjoy this deep, deep state of relaxation. Deep relaxation is now over. Prepare to return to body consciousness. We're going to chant Om one time. Let this Om fill your body. Become aware of your arms and your legs, your fingers and your toes and your hair. As you chant Om one time, exhale completely. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Becoming aware of your arms and your legs in Shavasana. Bring your legs together and stretch your arms above you on the mat as if coming out of a deep, deep sleep. Arms are on the mat above your head. Now place your left hand on your belly. Raise your left knee. Place your left foot on the mat. Gently roll over the right side. Over on your right arm. Placing your left hand on the mat. And now press your left hand into the mat to come up into sitting posture. Eyes still closed, staring at the screen in front of you with closed eyes. Sitting, please adopt any comfortable posture. Any posture is all right as long as you can keep your back straight. Observe the entire weight of the body pressing into the floor through your hips and your thighs. Sitting with the back straight, back, neck and head in a straight line. Eyes still closed. Bring your palms together at the heart center. Pressing the palms together gently. Pressing the back of the thumbs gently into the chest. We're going to chant Om 3 times and then the closing prayers, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina. Exhale completely. Take a deep breath. Inhale. 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 Inhale, then chant. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukkha bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Take your hands behind your back, grab your right hand, right wrist with your left hand, and breathing in, stretch. Breathing out, bend forward in a deep sense of surrender. Come back up, breathing in. Release your hands, rub your palms together to generate some heat. And then gently up your eyeballs with your hollow palms to transfer that heat. Massaging the face and the neck. And now, blinking, open your eyes and pull your palms back like an open book. Namaskar. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed today's class. Sorry about not recording the first few minutes. I will download this and upload it to YouTube and make it available. If you have any questions or comments or feedback, you can unmute yourself and tell me what you have to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Namaskar. Thank you very much. Have a good day and a good weekend. And hopefully we will start a daily sequence with the rotating roster of yoga teachers, and we'll use the same bridge. Well, I'll keep you posted on that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Gauravji, I had a question.
Yes, yes. What is your question?
Yeah. So, is drinking hot water good, or like on a regular basis, or?
I drink warm water all the time. I've been told it's a good thing. When I was a young kid, my mama taught me to drink hot water in the morning. So it's considered good. I definitely don't drink cold water. I definitely don't drink ice water. But the only caveat I would say is I've heard that if you drink extra hot water, like people have chai, then it can burn your throat. And at least in Iran, I heard that there were a lot of cancer cases because of this extra hot water. But warm water should not be a problem.
Yeah, Gauravji, Krishna here.
Yes.
The sattvic way of drinking water is close to the body temperature.
Yeah. Warm
So
enough, but not cold. Yes.
Yeah, close to the body temperature is the recommended. That is the sattvic way of drinking, because it won't put your body under shock. If it is cold or hot, both ways, it's not good. Very close to the body temperature is the best, so that your body will take it as is. Yeah.
Okay. So one more question. What can we do for tighter hamstrings?
Tight hamstring. Krishnaji, maybe you have an answer, or if Lataji might have an answer for that.
Yeah, I think the best thing is hip openers, the Baddhakonasana and butterfly, Paschimottanasana and Ustrasana and all these things, like, they will, any hip opener will also not only opens the hip, and also it like relaxes the muscles like in the quadriceps and hamstrings. So it's a holistic. We don't like even forward bend also works on that. So yeah, any bends and hip openers will help the hamstrings.
Okay. So we'll have more of these classes. I know we run over time today, but we'll have more of these classes, and then some of the other. I mean, Krishnaji is a great teacher. Lataji is here. We have a lot of great teachers. So go ahead and ask your questions and follow up classes. But thank you very much for today.
Thank you, Gauravji. It was excellent, and thank you for giving us your time. This was amazing. Actually, I'm in tears, and thank you so much. And your voice was so good. Thank you for doing this. But the only thing is, I'm in Texas now. I haven't had breakfast because of this.
I'm so sorry about that.
I wish we can do it a little early.
Okay, we'll keep that in mind.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Very well
Thanks,
done, Gaurav. Very well.
Thank you.
It worked out. All right. Thank you. Thanks,
you.
Kamlesh.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Gaurav. Bye.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Gauravji. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Namaste.